friends, it is officially March, which means we can start with our first month of the stashing. And because it's our first month, I thought let's go through all the current works in progresses I have, talk through them, and then we're on the same page and we can actually get started. Alright, so the first work in progress is a work in progress that I can tell you will not be finished this month because it's a blanket. I've been working on this blanket for almost a year now probably, and with working on I mean I started a year ago and then midway I just stopped. But it is still sort of an ongoing project. I do sometimes make little squares. This is a pattern I'm designing in collaboration with Hobby. This yarn that's in here has been very kindly gifted to me as well by them. It's great, it's really really nice and soft. Marble loves it. Whenever I put this down, she will lay on it. It's like a magnet. Anyway, I'm designing this blanket. It's a really nice blanket, but it does take some time. I am really really excited with how this works up and how it looks, and I'm really really excited for it to be finished. And every time I see it, I just fall in love more and more. But it is just a project that takes quite a lot of effort. It's not difficult, it's just a lot. So I will be working on this throughout the year, and I really really hope that at the end of the year we can scratch this one off the work in progress list, because that would also mean a lot of yarn out of my stash, which would be great because that's ultimately the goal. Then, I don't want to talk about this. We will. It's just a bit painful. This is my council number 5. I've decided I don't like double knitting. I think it's stupid. Like, why am I not done yet? Why do I now have to do... It just annoys me. Like, this took me a long time to get this far, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm almost done. But you're not. You're not at all. That being said, the weather has been starting to get nice here, and it does make me like a little bit excited to pick this up again. Just a tiny little bit. Maybe I'm just really lazy, but I just don't get it. I'll get over it. I'm sure I'll get over it. I'm just not over it yet. So this will probably also not be picked up this month. Maybe, but don't count on it. This one is a whip, and it's not my fault, okay? I like to put that out there. Maybe it is kind of my fault because I didn't buy enough yarn, but I was really excited about this sweater, and then I realized I was not gonna have enough yarn, and I stopped, and then I picked it up again because I wanted to see how much extra yarn I would have to order. And now I'm at the point where I ran out of yarn. Like completely out of it. That's all the yarn I've left. And the rest of the sweater is entirely finished. So I'm just waiting for my yarn to get here so I can finish this sweater. It's supposedly arriving today, but they said that yesterday as well, so that's this sweater. And then the last whip that is my current active whip is my Ingrid sweater. This is how far I am at the moment, and I'm really excited about this one. It's great. Like the gauge is way off because I'm not holding it with mohair. So I had to do some calculation. I'm making a 3XL instead of a medium, and then I'm doing all kinds of weird things with the row gauge. You are a menace. I decided to continue working on my crochet blanket. These are the squares that I still have that need to be attached. But before I can attach some of these, I need to make some half and half squares, which I've been kind of putting off because it's not difficult, it's just it has a bit more, it asks for a bit more attention than just, you know, the regular ones. So I've made these like train rides and car rides and stuff, And now I have to do some of these half and half ones, which is fine. But yeah, it's something that just needs to be done. So I decided to do that and make some progress on these, so I can hopefully also start incorporating these into the blanket, because I need to make some progress. Okay, so technically speaking, this isn't new, I'm gonna show you, but it's sort of new. If you follow my Instagram, you know that I knitted a sweater number 15 with the cables in a kind of like very light grey, low-key kind of white colour, but I ran out of yarn. And so I bought more yarn, but it was a completely different dye lot, and so I didn't wear the sweater when I finished it. Luckily for me, I have a really good friend that owns a yarn business, hand-dyed yarn business, and so I went over to her and we dyed the sweater. So this is the color it has now. There's definitely still some color difference, but it's way less than it was before, and it's a way more interesting color. It is a very green, which was the intention. It's definitely more wearable now. So I just came home and we discussed that I had to buy more yarn for my porcelain sweater, and for that I bought a singular skein. One. Someone explained to me why it came in this. Like, it's light enough, so it must be one. I just don't understand why they would put it in a box. I forgot they put this in like their own little bag, which is very cute. But also, you could have just put it in an envelope. It looks very yellowish though. Not again! I'm honestly not sure if it's the right colour. I don't remember it being so yellow, but I guess it is. I thought we had my sweater 15 situation all over again, and I'm sorry, I cannot be arsed. I think I can deal with this. I'm sure it'll be fine. I refuse to acknowledge that this might be another situation like my sweater 15. I refuse. I am so incredibly excited about this sweater. It's really soft. Like, I love the yarn I've used. I'm a little bit bummed about the color difference, you can definitely tell now. But also, it won't stop me from wearing it because it's just so pretty. Honestly, I just think this is really neat. Alright, party people, don't mind the sweat. I know it's fashionable, I know. I've been picked out for a test knit. I think I told you this. And today I want to get started on swatching. I want to use the Drops Extra Fine Merino that I have in stash. I did also make a Daphne top with this. I'm assuming these 3 skeins are not going to be enough. So I will have to frog this, which is fine because I never wear it. So that is the yarn that I'm going to use for it. I'm very excited about it. I am, first of all, I'm very sorry for this atrocious lighting that is happening right now. But remember when I said that I was testing a pattern? I finished it. I don't know what happened. I just had this like extreme hyper focus and then suddenly it was done. The straps are a little tight, so I'm gonna try to block that out a little bit. But otherwise, I'm really happy with this top. It's so flattering. It's ridiculous. It had this I-cord edge for the neckline, which almost broke me. But I soldiered through and I finished it. Alright, so here's the final top. It is awesome. I know it looks quite small, but that's because it has a lot of negative ease. It's a 2-in-1, because you can wear it like this with the lower neckline, but you can also wear it like this with the higher neckline in front. They both look great. I really like this color actually, especially with like jeans. I think it will look really good. A good basic. The straps blocked out really nicely as well. They're still a little bit tight, but nothing that, you know, nothing too bad. And yeah, I just think it's a great little top. I finished the body for my Ingrid sweater. So far it's absolutely great. I really like the fit, I like the length, I like the pattern that I decided to do for the row gauge. Definitely have to figure out what I have to do for the sleeves. I don't know yet, we'll figure it out. Just don't really feel like doing that right now, so this is where we are at right now. I do have one problem. This is all the yarn I have left. So I definitely won't have enough yarn to make this a sweater, but I guess I'll just have to get more yarn to finish it because I want it to be a sweater. It's literally as simple as that. I'll just continue with the yarn that I have and then we'll go from there. But I think we're doing great. Okay, so let's discuss numbers. I don't know what happened. March just flew by and we're ready with our first month of destashing. So I figured let's discuss what we accomplished. Let's start with finished objects, shall we? First things first, my porcelain sweater. I am ridiculously excited about this sweater. It's so pretty. I've been already wearing it. It's really soft. I love the yarn that I've used. For the sake of time, I won't be mentioning every fibre in everything I've made. But if you do ever want to know, my Ravelry is linked in the description and all that information is in there. So you can always check that out. So my porcelain sweater took up 12 skeins. Fair warning, I don't know what happened. I thought I had 240 skeins, but I definitely had more. Maybe I just discovered more yarn laying around, or I don't know what happened. It's fine though, because like, I figured the exact amount out right now. And if I do find more yarn, I will write it down and we'll know where it comes from. And then my second finished object of the month is my 6-in-1 top pattern test I did for oopsnloops. I love it. It looks a bit weird when it's just, you know, when I'm holding it up because it has so much negative ease. It looks very small, but it's very stretchy and it's extremely flattering once it's on. So this one is a bit weird, even though this top used up 3 skeins because I gained grams from the frogging of the previous top. This one actually only took out one skein out of my stash because I also gained yarn. I don't know if that makes sense. The Daphne top used 110 grams, so once I frogged that, I had 110 grams more in my stash. And then I've used 160 grams in this, so that would be 3 skeins, but because I gained 2 skeins, it's only 1. You know, to keep things easy. So that's all my finished objects, but I do also have my Ingrid sweater that I've worked on. So far I've used about 7 skeins. Once this one is done, I've used 7 skeins. But obviously we're not subtracting that yet because it's not finished yet. I think that's everything for this month. Very nice little collection. Before I say goodbye though, I want to thank you all for subscribing. I have a lot of new subscribers, which is exciting. Thank you. A lot of you also have been destashing or wanting to destash and joining my little journey. So if you want to share how many skeins you've used this month, or maybe some projects you are working on, feel free. I love reading your comments. So whatever you want to say, feel free to leave it, as long as it's nice. And I'll make sure to read it and comments. Yeah, make sure to subscribe, like this video. It does really help me out. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and on Ravelry. And I will see you guys in the next one.